Greetings and welcome to City Skylines Deepford, episode 57. So in the previous episode we expanded a bit of our town by putting a hospital in place, crematoriums, power generation via garbage trucks. We checked a couple of things out. Let's actually go and have a quick nosy. Ignore the industrial area, I was here for a different reason, I'll explain that in a moment. But what we basically did, we spent some time over here. We put these guys some crematoriums down, we give them a hospital, which they're still not using, we give them a second clinic over here, which they're still not using. They're still being ambulances from out of town. It's kind of annoying. We give them packs, we give them some garbage production over here. There we go. So they've got things operational. And we just tweaked some general things. We didn't do much on the lines of overall construction. But we did build up in our touristy area. Oh, a train, literally 2 trains are just leaving. Oh, bye. Goodbye, my friends. Yeah, so we give ourselves over here a very nice little train station to supply passengers to the touristy area we've got up here with our zoo and stuff. I don't think we have any taxis out here. Are you a taxi? You're a jeep. You're yellow, so I kind of made an assumption. We have our taxi stand here for people who come to the train station and want to get a taxi around town. It's because they're tourists, so they probably won't have their own taxis. Hang on, hang on. New buggy. You moved over like you were a taxi. Just shame. So yeah, so we've built some little bits around. So today I want to move 2 things. What I want to do is I want to move. Where are you hiding? They would be there. So we have the poop machines over here, and we have the spare ones over here. Now we were going to move them all to this side of this island, but I've been looking at the actual layout. Now it's a bit hard to tell in the dark. But this little volcano here, it's producing fresh water. It's running down here, and then it's coming to here. Now, the sewage is coming down here. The sewage is actually being pushed back by the water coming out of here, but it's not. But the water is not getting out fully. It's trickling around the outside here, barely. So I think if we moved all of those into the caldera, then it would basically make a slurry coming out, which for the most part we get held back here with just a sliver getting round. And then later, if we get some more cash, we can build a dam across there and just keep all in the caldera area. And all of this gunk will not be in our water anymore, which will be better for everyone. We could also change on to using the less polluty system, but I kind of like the ones that will just go around the outside there. So that's the plan for today, is to move those. And then also, hopefully by the time we've done that, we'll have made some cash, and we can expand this road up to here, connect it up to those, and maybe even expand the city out this way a bit more. I want to have multiples of these, maybe extend that one out by another 2 or 3, then have another one there and another one over here. Make it sit into 3 or 4 chunks with multiple access points at each area. But that's what I'm thinking. So let's start by moving these things across. Now I want to run water pipes across ahead of time and power cables, so we have access to infrastructure when we get there. Because these guys are going to need to move. So let's do this. So first things first. We'll just run a power cable, a pipe to there, and then it can connect to the things it needs to connect to. We'll run a power cable from here as well. And again, for now, it's just going to run straight across there. And then it might get piped into something else later if it is deemed needed. Now, here's something we're going to have to do as well, because these will be going away. We will have to get those power cables up. Otherwise, when we move those, they would cause problems. There we go. Okay, well let's start by moving the ones on this side. There's a handful over here, we can move those one at a time. Let's go! So we'll start these guys up here, and there's the first. I'll do 2 or 3 and then connect them. Actually do 5 and then connect them. No one will care that we've moved them. Apart from people who want to flush the toilets, but shh is the noise that we're making. But you there. Come on, there we go. That's 3. And then 4. And then when the 5th one's in, we run power cables up to them, and we also run the pipe to each of the items. And then we'll have them in place. So, boom. And then we just make sure the power reaching them, because they can't actually pump out power anyway. Then we make sure there's water going to them, because they can't pump sewage if they're not receiving the sewage. Boom, there we go. They should now all be online, and they should start pumping out pretty soon. There we go, look at that, already starting to supply the area. I got a feeling your sewer stuff isn't quite making down to the water level. They are very high up. Can I move you lower down? No. Well, I'm fine with that. It looks a little bit weird, but you know, this city a little bit weird is a good compliment. All right, I'll do you two last because you're the touristy versions. Pop you guys in here. Get as close as we can so we can put more in later on. Come on, there we go. And then the next one. It's a long way over here to find the island, especially in the dark when you can't find them very easily. So we know we can move 5 at a time without an issue, because even we just moved 5 and there weren't any it wasn't even dipping down into the less capability, so we're gonna be good to move all these pretty damn quickly. And then it'll probably take about an episode or 2 for the sludge to get out of the normal waterworks, so that's not a major issue. We'll be able to see the results of that pretty soon. Look at that. We haven't touched the edge, so we can probably get 6 at a time. Oh, grab it. There we go. And then drop it there. Connect these guys up. There we go. And then connect them all up. There we go. They're online again. And they'll all start putting their solution out. And then we've got 4 more here, and then 2 on the hill, and possibly 1 there. That's a power cable. I wasn't sure if that was 1, but it's not. It's a power cable. It's fine. That's 1. And then 3 more here. I can just about make them out. And it looks like the sun's about to come up as well. So excellent. We'll be able to do the, hopefully be able to do the next piece, which is the road building and stuff, as the sun's coming up. At least either the sun. I think the sun's coming up. It might be my cursor, because the cursor has a sunlight effect attached to it. But I'm sure we'll find out very, very shortly. Where are you? There you are. Where's my mountain? Here, mountain. There you are. I lost you for a moment. And then we'll get the 2 friendly ones which are over here. The ones on the hill. I lost the hill. There's the hill. So grab you. Sorry, hill. You. Whoa. That was a bit of a zoom. Sorry, hill. You've been commandeered for us for a long while. You are one of our first pieces of debris art. That's the nice, friendly way of wording it. There we go. Let's just get these guys piped in. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. That should turn all of those on. There we go. And they're all pumping out. Excellent. Now, we have a wind turbine over here, which is now all lonely. So I want to bring this over here as well, because it makes absolutely perfect sense to have this on the mountaintop. Boom. Also, it was powering them originally, so it might as well be on the hill, pretending it's still doing it. And there we go. So we should start seeing, yes, we can start seeing the sludge coming through here. It should go down there, it's going to push through this area, and hopefully as this starts draining away, which we're already seeing effectively draining away here, as it drains away, we should hopefully see this part here clear up, and most of this should clear up as well. And this should hopefully just back to here, and then we can eventually get a dam across there. It's going to cost a lot of money, so hopefully we can do that pretty soonish. Let's bring up the pollution tab. That's not the pollution tab. Pollution tab. That doesn't show pollution apparently. Show me the water pollution. So we're already seeing that starting to fade off there. That will be pretty good when it's finished. And over here, you can already see it passing through the waterworks. It's like an artery and veins, isn't it? When it starts to go through a dye, like a dye. But yeah, you can see here where the clear water gets around and sort of gets stopped here. We're going to be seeing that with the pollution getting around to here, and then maybe it's just scouring the edge. But that'll be only temporary, because we're going to be doing, like I said, dam across there at some point, and that fill up instead. And we'll come back to checking you in a moment. Okay, it is actually the perfect time for my second thing to show off. I have a mod installed. I've had it for a while, but I haven't actually turned it on yet. And it's to do with the fog you get inside cities, inside the industrial areas. So let's pop ourselves down here. That'll do just fine. Now, I've mentioned before about wanting to be able to get good pictures, screenshots, and now the haze gets in the way. Well, this mod is Daylight Classic, it's called, and just use the classic fog effect. So the classic fog effect is the fog effect from before After Dark was released. And yeah, it basically gets rid of the fog overall, because I believe that the original game didn't have the fog in the air. It was just the ground would turn brown. So now we can actually get screenshots of the industrial area. Yeah, I mean, just look. Look. I can get right down here. I can get that drill. We couldn't do that before as a screenshot thing, so we can do screenshots of the industrial area now, without it looking absolutely awful in the process. Excellent, excellent. Now, the pollution is actually this was where the pollution was. So you can see the hill is already cleared, and yeah, we should start seeing some clear up there. Perfect. Right, next up, we're going to build you. We have 145, so we can definitely start that, and we can get people up and running. So give me start with this road here. It's the green road it's a 4-lane road with the bus lanes. That one. Yes, that looks like it. Give me a straight line, and we're just going to run this down to about there. Should do us nicely, actually. Boom. That'll be the other side of this quadrant of the building itself. Of the city. That's the word, not the building. And we'll cut that piece off there. Have the highway come in this side, and then we'll have over here. We'll have the other side. I decided to do this here because I'm noticing very little traffic. I mean, the shops are basically shutting down because they're saying they're not getting goods to sell, but that's just them being picky and awkward. I mean, boats are coming in. They go up there, and they can come up here. So there's no reason why they're not doing it. It's just, you know, they're being awkward. If you go to that, you can come up there. Anyway, yes, so there's no reason why they can't do that. It's just them not wanting to for more than any other reason. So, okay. Next up then, on our list of places and things to do, we're just going to replicate the grid texture with this edging down here. And then, you know, I think we can get this city to go all the way to the end, actually. And put a connecting point in the middle, a connecting point at the end, maybe two in the middle. Yeah, this here could be a very big ass piece of city. Eh? What do you think? All the way down to there. One notch. Boom. All the way down to the far end. Now to do this properly, then we want to copy and paste. Not copy and paste. We want to have these same size grids roughly going all the way down the city, and then. Coming off of those at angles, and then we have this edging coming down here, just keep it nice and edged. That made sense as a sentence, don't say it didn't. And then the highway follows it across here and drops people off into the city at those intervals. I might actually swing this around and have it go up here and have the highway just sort of come into the middle of the city. That might not be a bad idea. Actually, there, let's do that. Let's take you there. Give you a turn that's not quite 90 degrees, take it that way, build you at that angle, then do a U-turn. I could do a curve, but I'd lose access to that sort of level of density. So it's going to be quite sharp turns when we do the turns. So hold that for there for now, and then we'll figure out where the turn will start for the actual next piece. So, how far apart are these and what type of roads are we using? We're using the roads with trees on either side. So those. And we're using, how far away would you say the blocks are? 1,800 apiece, okay. 1,800 apiece. So that puts them there, so it's 3 squares each. Okay, 3 squares each is how far away we're keeping these areas. Let's do it all the way down, and then we'll see where we're coming back. So there, no. That was 3 and a bit. I screwed up the first one. Boom, boom. Let's give me the idea for the spaces as well, for when we're building the next bit of the town. There, and then to there. Boom, 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 boom. And we need to get subways in place then at this point, because we're gonna have a big city and I want people to get around quickly. Maybe not subways, maybe just get it up to the highway up there. Ooh, oh, we're very close to the end. Excellent. That goes there. Like that. So these, I don't know where you're going, but okay. And that'll give those a lot of space, so we can put you all the way down to the end here. And then you can go and follow, and we have a nice grid on this side for this mega town we're making. Excellent. And you can run down there. We're going to need more hospitals and stuff down this as well. And packs. Loads of packs. Yes. Packs for everyone. All the way down to there. And then this is going to be quite easy, which brings us down one. And across. Down one. And across. And now we're at that point where we don't really want to be building on the sand. Because building on the sand is kind of annoying and it does mess with stuff. So, you come down to about there. You come down to about, based on where we're going, you can get most of the way down here, but not too far. About there is about as far as you can go. Now, I'm not happy with you, though. You put a bridge up. I'm not happy with that bridge at all. Not in the slightly happy with that bridge. There we go. I don't like bridges in that sort of area, so let's not. You can go to there. Like that. Let's actually get rid of you for a minute. Find the best place for you in a moment. So put these grids going down. Boom, boom, boom. Whoop, boom, boom, boom. And the next one will be here. There we go. And that gives us an idea of where we want the angle to be. And if we don't like the angle, which is a bit sharp, we can just do that. Put it to like there. Oh, don't bend on the road. There to there. There we go. Next one, all the way, all the way, all the way down. And then water pipes. We're going to need water. Water pipes. Water pipes. And then, see, I don't like that in a straight edge. So I can put you at an angle. Like that. We already have that over here. So it does work out fine when that situation occurs. Here we don't really need that, so it's not a problem. And then we just do you again. Boop, 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 ba-doo. And then you. And there we go. We have the entire half of the city planned in. Now the rest of this is going to be the same, but we can put a curve on here, send it off this direction. That's kind of what I wanted to find out where that place would be. Now, the question is, where do we want that turn to begin? Do we want a turn to start here? If we just destroy that for a minute. If we said take a 3-sector piece and began turning it that way. It's a slow turn, but it'll do the job. Then we go straight that way for a while, and then we turn again. Okay, let's do that. So we want it to be in chunks of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Oop. 1, 2, and 3. You can follow in that same housing block as before. 3, and then begin the turn here. Begin the turn here. Give me 3 block for the turn. And then we'll turn this one actually 3 block hard. And then we'll turn it hard again and send it back up that side. That should actually work quite nicely for us actually. 3 block here. And turn that way. Ooh. Go that way. Let's turn it less, so it's a bit tighter. Go that way. Boom. And then go straight line. We should be able to go 3 for a few more blocks. 3 straight. And then 3 straight. And then 3 straight. And then here, we'll do 3 straight and stop. That's the end of the city. That motorway is to come down here and pass through this area, right into the middle. So we might have to cut that one back a bit. We'll find out in a moment. But there we go. Let's get the motorway in place so we can find out where that's going to be. Motorway, motorway, we're out that motorway. So, pause, because we're going to take the power cable out. We can switch to the bendy roads. And what we want to do... Bendy road? Road? Thank you. Want you to curve that way. About there. And then I want you to come in here. I want you to curve that way. And that's where you're going to stop. I want to terminate it there for now. And we're going to have it split off to there, split off maybe that way. And we got stuff we can be doing with it. Excellent. So for that to work, you've got to curve that way with it. And then you've got to go that way with it. Let's just put it a bit further. There we go. And we'll see what we're going to do with your endings very shortly. But that gives us the place to build in. We should be good. Okay, let's get these other roads in place. Straight lines will be fine for this part of the road. So let's see how far... Oh, let's let the power cable back in a moment. Just put that one in first. So you're going to come all the way down to about there. And run down to there, right? Yes, good. Now we're out of cash, so we have to unpause, but I want to make sure that power cable is in. So that power cable needs to be reconnected, right? It goes underneath. Ooh. Well, that's a novelty. You're actually under the road. I thought you'd have been deleted as well. We have actually no cash in the bank, so we have to wait a moment just for it to level off. We can start moving houses into it. Yeah! Luckily they are powered from this side, so it's not really an issue. But I just want to make sure we get it back online again for building the next piece. So, up, up, up. Let's try it again. So, up, 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 up. Can you not go over that? You can get over that, right, guys? Wow, you can't actually go over that. That's kind of annoying. But we can go up there, apparently. Bing! Yep, we can go over there. The road's shorter. Bing, then remove these guys. They don't need to be there anymore. There we go. Power cables are in. And we are making money. So we're not making much, but we are making money. Now we can't actually, unfortunately, activate these guys until we have money for water pipes. But I see you there, bridging it up. I might let it slide because you can have houses either side and no one will notice it. Okay, so we got like a whole section of that city there built. Well, get this side done. I want to zone it in sort of like a couple of pieces. I want to have an office back edge just to help protect against this motorway noise. Yeah, and where should we put the other entrances? Definitely one at this end. I might put another one in the middle here, but I'm not sure if we even need it, to tell you the truth. That's actually a good point. We may actually not need it. 11,000, let's start putting in pipes if we can. I don't know if we can actually afford them, but let's try anyway. Let's start from here. How much would it be for one length of pipe? Because that's actually gives an idea of how much budget we're going to be spending here. 4 grand per stretch. That's not bad. Because then we can start putting in the houses and we start making money on this land. Put it to the air. There we go. We have a bit more cash we can make. Excellent. Run that down to here and we almost completed the entire area. And we can do the final bit here. We don't have to worry about this section being all weird. 440. And then that way, just so it's just all covered. There we go. We don't have much cash left, but what we do have is a load of land we can zone. And zoning we will next time. I might even make these into separate little areas. So that although they're one big mass of housing, we make it into... No, we're making it into one big island and we'll zone the entire island. So this is my high-tech housing area. Maybe high-tech housing. And we'll make it amazing and beautiful and everyone will love to live there. But that'll be next time. Let me know what you think of the city, what you think of this big... Well, it's going to be a big island of houses. And because these people are obviously going to be going shopping and working and everything else, I will be taking these up here, getting them to these joints to get people into the town. And they'll have a quick access into the middle of the into the middle of the shopping area, which makes everyone happy. Yes. Can I go away? Thank you. There we go. Let me know what you think of the series so far. You're still not got any food, but you're just always complaining. Let me know what you think of the series so far, and what we should do with the area. What we should do with this area. Also, I want to name this one because this one is a big area. So rather than Hickory Heights, we can call it something else. It's going to be the entire island. So let me know what you think of the. What should the island's name be? It's kind of like a little bear when you look at it from this angle. Little nose there and big pot belly sticking out. Anyway, let me know what you think it should be called. Until next time, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.